Robin Ellis. A brilliant story, that the golf caddy with Shannon, of course, from Singapore, who's got one eye on the Olympic Games. And Fraser, last week we had Ben Llewellyn on, didn't we? He's our sharp shooter from Pembrokeshire, who's also hoping to go to the Olympics. And that was good. So it'll be interesting to see whether Robin and Shannon make it later on in the year, of course. But let's talk first of all about two people who probably now won't be going to the Olympic Games. And they're two sportsmen we've covered quite a bit on this show over the last couple of years. Local boxers, Ioan and Garan Croft, who won gold and bronze respectively at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, 18 months or so ago. We would have expected them to be part of Team GB's boxing squad in Paris, but they've announced that they are going to be turning professional. Fraser, we'll go to you first on this, because I know you've interviewed him. I think Gordon probably has as well over the years. What was your reaction to that? Because they are real stars, aren't they?
I was taken aback, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, bronze from Ioan in the Commonwealth Games, gold from Garan. It was always my assumption that they would go through the Team GB cycle, go to the Olympics, compete in the Olympics for medals, and then turn professional after that. It seems to be the common theme. So the timing of it, when you're talking, just a matter of months away, having been in the Team GB sector for a number of years now, really surprised me. Having said that, congratulations to them for both going to professional. These are two young boxers who have got every aspiration to rise to the top, and they were good enough to go professional. We all knew they would go one day, but from a supporter's point of view, I guess a selfish point of view, I'm a little disappointed. I would love to see them go for Olympic gold. We've seen the platform that Olympic gold can bring, haven't we? We've seen people like Anthony who have come through that way, Alexander Rusk back in 2012 as well, I believe. But these, we're not the ones being faced with the decision here. They've obviously been made an offer, and time waits for no one. And if they've given a chance to go professional, well done to them. And most importantly, now I hope they flourish as professional.
151 days away from the start of the Olympic Games. Gord, it's interesting what Fraser says there. We should say congratulations to the Croft brothers, because it's an awesome achievement, isn't it? And we know how talented they are.
Tremendous. Yeah, they've been exemplary boxers from the age of, I think, since we were putting them in the Telegraph, Fraser, they were like 7 or 8 years of age when they started out. And they're only they're not even 20 yet, are they? Are they 20?
It's a good question.
I'm not sure. I don't think they are. So
you're right. They've been around for about 2 decades.
Yeah, it does feel like that. It's you have to put things into perspective. It's one career. It's a short career.
22.
There we go. It's tough sport, boxing. You don't get many shots at having to become a professional. The timing of it, I agree with Fraser. It would have been great to have seen them at the Olympics and to see how they would have got on. They would have done well. There's no question about that. But professional now, this is their living. This is what they've been brought up to do. By their dad, to be fair, who coached them all the way through. It's a great honour for them to become pros, the pair of them together, and they'll be good on the pro circuit. They'll make some, hopefully, a decent living out of it, and who knows what will happen. The world is their oyster, and I'm looking forward to that journey as well, to be honest with you. Now they have announced it. But disappointed they're not in the Olympics, but great congratulations on becoming pros together. And I wish them all the very best, and looking forward to seeing how that develops over the coming years.
We've loved having them on Pure West Sport, and hopefully we'll hear them again. Yeah, absolutely, Fraser, you're right there. Maybe it's a question that we shouldn't ask now, but are the Olympic rules right, Fraser, in boxing? Given what 151 days away, they've just turned pro now. Should they be allowed?
They are, Ben. I think you open the door for chaos if you start letting professionals in. Yeah, I think the boxing. The great thing about boxing has been an amateur sport. Olympians, that they make future professionals. They make boxers. So I understand what you're getting at, but if you start bringing caveats in, I think it is the right ruling. And we should also say as well, kudos to Guy, their dad, and Gordon mentioned there, and Cardiff Boxing Club as well, a tremendous amount into the made and what they are as well. So great coup for them.
Yeah, great stuff. Okay, let's finish with a quick look back on the third round of matches in the Six Nations. I have to say, I was never confident England would win the Calcutta Cup, and I was telling anyone that would listen I thought we'd lose in Scotland, and I was right there. Start in Ireland. Gordon,
You're not getting away with it that lightly, mate. That was the fourth time Scotland had beaten England in a row. We have to get that fact straight.
I made Scotland favourites.
It was no luck. It was a good performance by Scotland, even though it was a South African scoring a hat-trick of tries. But that's another question.
True.
No, England have had a very poor Six Nations for them, and Borthwick will be very disappointed. As for Wales, they've been very disappointing, but they put in some decent performances, and Gatlin will be optimistic in the next coming seasons how they will develop. We've lost a lot of our stars, as we've all spoke about many times, and for these youngsters to come in and perform like they did in Ireland, even though they had a bonus point, Wales had chances to score tries there, which I never envisaged was going to happen. I thought it was going to be a total dominant Ireland show. It wasn't. They just, at the end of the game, got tired, made some poor decision-making, and it proved costly against a very, very good Ireland side who would have probably go on to win the Grand Slam. The boy who played a fullback, Cam Winnett, I thought he was excellent. He's developed this. It's only his, is it the third game that was? Is it? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on the third round now. It's only his third game. Some of the high balls he took in a very high, intense international, and he had a bit of a bashing as well. But he proved his worth. The Watstown boy, he's only 21. He battled, he gave the ball, he distributed well. But some of the forwards as well stood up and was to be counted. And, you know, Gatlin would look at that and he can see it's not a finished article by any means of, stretch of the imagination. But Wales can be proud with the performance they put in. But they need now to try and get over the finishing line, and it's France next. France lost that first game against Ireland. It's typical France. They've really lost their way. They can't be bothered now. Their attitude stinks. Sean Edwards is having a lot of criticism, I know. But they just, we can't win it, so they don't perform. They're not playing to their potential. And that's typical France.
Yeah,
but I'm hoping Wales could catch them in the next game, because Wales will be hungry to get that first win. Where they come close against Scotland and England. To be fair, they got the bonus point defeat at Ireland was to be expected, but France and Italy, 2 games, Wales will relish. Hopefully, getting 2 wins out of that. I'm more confident in saying that now than what I was at the beginning of the Six Nations.
Well, Fraser, I'm sorry, we haven't nearly finished the show. Gordon's ripped the Six Nations weekend apart there without taking a breath.
Give me the opportunity to say a few words.
It's nearly the breakfast show. Tom's going to be back soon. But some great points, I thought, there, actually, Fraser.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been positivity. Definitely, I think if you look at the Irish game, you need to be more clinical when you play Ireland. I say at the moment, we're probably lacking ball carriers, to be honest. We've had Tommy Reffell, one of the finds of the tournament, number 7. Aaron Wainwright's been outstanding as well. But if you look at the stats from Ireland, in terms of power carries, they carried, I think, so something like over 200 metres more than us. Now, you're all automatic when you've got a stat like that, you're straight on the back foot. And I think it was quite telling at the end there. It looked a soft try from Tad Byrne. But what it was, the Ireland, they were so powerful, the Ireland ball carriers, that they went over the gain and over the gain line. Eventually, we tired and exploited them. And that's what we couldn't do. When it was unstructured chaos, we actually looked dangerous. When we had the ball for long spells of possession, they actually neutralised us. They were organised in defence. They slowed us down. So I thought that was quite interesting. But there's been flashes of positivity for sure.
Yeah, and that's game management, isn't it? And that's because Wales are a young side, and we said at Twickenham some naive moments probably cost them a victory. So there were definitely some reasons to be positive there.
They're a long way away from the complete side, and they're a long way away from even being an 80-minute side. But I think there have been reasons for optimism.
Yeah, excellent. Well, local rugby takes centre stage again this week, doesn't it? There's a break in the Six Nations. So it'd be great to see whether Narberth can keep that really good run going that KT told us about last week, and it'd be good to get the local fixtures back. We are pretty much done, though, for this Monday night. We'll be sending Gordon out for a one-man tour around different sporting venues around the county to analyse the Six Nations. Great stuff, Gord. Great to have you back tonight as well. Fraser, thank you. Tom Dyer, thank you very much indeed. This show's back next Monday, 7 till 9. Pure West Sport with Eaton-Evans and Morris Solicitors. Red Threads next with Tim Cooper. Good night.
Want us to shout about you?